If you're not careful, these attacks might leave you singing a familiar Katy Perry song. And trust me, nobody wants that. Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Clash of Clans Attacks, where today, yes, it's the one that got away. We begin with a replay from Smiley Miles 24 of Lost Phoenix, and you'll see the suspicious pairing. That is Smiley at Titan 2 being attacked by somebody in Champion 1. So right away you know that there is a huge mismatch in trophies happening here. This attacker choosing to come in from the bottom, 3 separate entryways, a pretty good start to this attack. Wall breakers at the bottom, jump spells opening those other enclosures, and a wide entry from the multiple golem attack. The third and final jump spell just barely catching that outer wall and the inner wall as well, so perfect placement there. Units moving in, closing in on that Town Hall enclosure, but you've got a defensive Lava Hound complicating matters. The Queen is distracted on the Lava Hound, and now watch as the smaller units seem to separate from the Golems. Most of the Wizards and Witches have gone off towards the left-hand side, and the Golems are on the right. Now the freeze spell catches just 2 defenses at the same time. The attacking Barbarian King, he's going to get messed up right in the center with all of those defenses. Now the Wizards and Witches converge. You just have 2 Golems in here though, and that early deployment of Golems that widespread seems to have become a problem, as most of the Golems have fallen to those outside defenses, leaving just a couple on the inside. Now you've got the attacking Barbarian King. He is going down. The Queen, she is about to get mixed up in this mess as well, and now she just walks right into the center of things, and that is going to cost her. Even with the Royal Cloak, she does not stand a chance. She almost gets the Town Hall out of the way, but then she falls, succumbing to quad Tesla action right there, taking her down, and now Spurs is left at a painful 45% with only 3 minions. There are a pair of archers stalled on those outer walls, but as time counts down, now is the time to be an optimist and think, hey, I only lost 2 trophies, and try to put out of your mind the fact that you failed on a 58 trophy offer. Smiley Miles 24, truly the one that got away. Now next up, we've got Raukoi, also from Lost Phoenix, defending against a Titan 3 member, and this is one of those reverse air attacks where I've noticed players that have slightly lower level heroes will sometimes begin the attack rather than end it with their hero deployment, and in this case, after Raukoi's base with all 4 of those air defenses clustered at the very top, obviously the intent here is to get down as many of those defenses as possible and make the job for the Lava Hounds, balloons, and minions that much easier. Now this is also an unusual attack because we've got 3 freeze, 2 rage, and a haste spell, and unfortunately for this attacker, you've got the defensive Barbarian King in action, you've got the Lava Hound there as well, and rather than get down 2 or 3 of these air defenses, the heroes will both fall and get only 1 of the air defenses out of the way. Now this battle isn't off to the smoothest of starts for the offense, but he's still got a fighting chance, so he's going to very calmly, coolly, and collectedly grab the Lava Hound, pull it out away from those defenses, and get it out of the way before the rest of this attack begins. Unfortunately, that process will cost the attacker a few more offensive units before that Lava Hound finally goes down and turns into pups, and even then, the attacker is actually going to wait, and rather than using a few more minions, is going to start the remainder of his attack and let the lava pups chase after the lead Lava Hound. So in from the top left of the screen, here it comes, the lava pups chasing it down, other Lava Hound going after the far left air defense, and now here come the balloons moving in slowly, minions at the top, and he did drop a few extra minions to battle the lava pups. There goes the first rage spell, air sweepers working, second rage spell slightly overlapping the first. There is the haste spell in the center of the village, and finally one of the 3 freeze spells goes down on that multi-targeting inferno, but not before it does significant damage to those balloons, and this attack is starting to look like it is in some serious trouble. Remember, the heroes have already been expended. The overall damage only at 40%, now 42%, with just 7 minions remaining, and at first glance there are not any outside structures that are not protected by the effective radius of some sort of air defense. Now, credit to this attacker for not giving up, trying valiantly to grab those last 8% needed to save the 1 star, but it's just not going to happen. This attack is going to end in a fail, and the worst is yet to come. Once again, it is best to look on the bright side, the attacker losing only 3 trophies on what must have been a 57 trophy offer. Now, far be it for me to show only other people's fails. We will bring out one from the archives. This was a week or 2 before the last update, so as you can see, I was bringing a lightning spell, but I thought I'd bring it out so you could share my pain going up against one of the many versions of the Nemesis base, a mass golem attack, and I've just settled on bringing all of my golems in through one opening, so that would be mistake number 1. They're all bunched up right there, and that is not a good sign. We're going to send in the rest of the units right on top of those golems as well, so the wizards, not that many wizards remaining when I'm using this many golems, and here they go, off towards the left, off towards the right. A couple of golems do go in the center, but the P.E.K.K.A. that ends up in there is going to get fried by the Teslas. Now there's a Lava Hound in there, and of course my Archer Queen, distracted by the Lava Hound, is going to stall, and she's being burned by defenses nonetheless, while she is focused on the Lava Hound, and then of course the Lava Pups, as eventually the Lava Hound goes down. Now she's going to spin around endlessly, trying to get those pups out of the way. In the meantime, she's being taken down significantly in health. Now my Barbarian King, he decides to come back and help her out. But is it going to be too little too late? Yes, she is long gone. The king is in there by himself. Of course he's going to go after an elixir storage. Now he moves towards the inside, but it's not going to happen. He is down as well, and I'm stuck at 43% damage. I pan out, hoping that I can find 7% with 5 archers and 3 minions. But again, like in the previous attack, there aren't any buildings that were left unprotected. I throw everybody in. I walk away having lost 6 trophies. That's right, only 6 against a 40-something trophy offer. So I failed to capitalize on what could have been about a 30 trophy swing towards the upside in the quest to 5,000, but you've got to shake yourself off after those defeats. Don't get down on yourself. Don't go back and attack angry. Calm down, look at what you did wrong, and work to improve. Feel free to leave your comments down below about the one that got away for you. Don't forget to watch my other episodes. Thank you guys so much. Like, comment, subscribe for daily Clash of Clans uploads, and I will return tomorrow, chin up, with more full attacks.
Galadon, you make it sound like everybody fails. With Gymbox power, failure is not an option.